See, let me explain, because I don't think black people realize how much of God's work they're doing right now. For no reason at all, they decided to extend an olive branch and just say, you know what, ginger folk, you guys are us. We want you over here. And we were like, we want to be over there. We're coming right over. And here we are. Growing up in school, being a redhead was not cool. We got made fun of. Raggedy Ann doll, redheaded stepchild. You look like somebody threw crap at you through a screen door. If my redhead's hearing this, they know what I'm talking about. They've all heard it. We got picked on. Another thing that's happened to me that you guys are just bringing full circle is growing up in a school prominently with white people, I listened to rap music. I happen to think black women were beautiful. So my entire high school career and growing up, it was, you know that you're white, don't you? Why don't you act your race? And black people said, you know what? You know what? Matter of fact, he is black. They are black. We want them over here. And you know what? We couldn't be happier than ever. We love you guys.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, and it's your favorite host, Chujurags. Guys, you know what this video is all about. The whole title about black people is good, black people is that, about the white life, the whites making their thoughts about what they think, what they feel about the black people. Yeah, not not all white people have nasty stuff to say about the black, and not all the whites have nasty to not all black have stuff nasty stuff to say about the whites too. So it's just all more about like love, 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 love. So let's hear what other whites are gonna say. And before we continue the video, if you're new to this channel, please do subscribe, do like, and also what is very much important, want to hear your thoughts, want to hear what's your experience, what have you feel have this happened to you before, blah blah blah. That's what this channel is all about. So your thoughts is very important. So let's continue with the next video.
The black community literally saved my physical life multiple times when I was growing up. But I'm going to tell you about a time when I was 7.
Okay.
When I was a kid, my grandparents took my brother and I to a water park in Hot Springs, Arkansas. My brother was 3. He's also
Okay.
a redhead. And when I was a kid, you know, I'm older now, so my hair's got some white in it and stuff. But when I was a kid, and my features are all bleach blonde. These are just kind of remnants from Sunday when I filled them in. Anyway,
Wow.
my brother and I were full on redhead, freckles, the whole 9 yards. Yes, we endured all the horrible, hateful things that y'all have heard over the past week or so that people feel like it's okay to say to redheads. And also, we moved almost every year. New school almost every year. New set of questions almost every year. So, anyway, my grandparents took us to this water park in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And back then, you had to, I'm in my 30s, but back then, you had to pay for the inner tubes at this water park to use them in the wave pool. And my grandparents dropped my brother and I off, again, 3 and 7, dropped us off at the wave pool and said they would be back. They were going to go try to find some free inner tubes from somebody who was done using them so they didn't have to pay for them. This was a Saturday. It was packed. I mean, I'd grown up by the beach, so I went to the beach a bunch of times. So I thought, the wave pool is probably not any different than beach waves. I'm probably okay. So I swim out, and I swim pretty close to the deep end. And the waves turn on, and I find out how wrong I am about the power of these wave pools. They're very dangerous, by the way.
Wow.
And I got trapped underneath the sea of inner tubes. Now, like I said, I'm in my 30s, and this is when I was 7, and this is in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So it just kind of seemed like all the white people were in one section, and the black community was an entirely different section of the wave pool. And I didn't pay any attention to where I was, but I was kind of like in where those two groups would meet. I got trapped, and I remember trying to bob against the waves. Like, I would go up and they would go down, and trying to
That's crazy.
trying to break through so I could breathe. And I could not break through the sea of legs and inner tubes, because every time I would come up, somebody thought I was trying to steal their inner tube. They saw me drowning and would not pull me up because they thought I was trying to steal their inner tubes.
That's crazy.
I felt my lungs being crushed. I remember my hearing going out. I remember looking at the sun, and I remember feeling total peace. And then I passed out. Next thing I know, I'm being frantically pulled up on by a kid. I had drifted over to the section of the pool where the black community was largely swimming. Frantically pulled up by a student who had to have been maybe 10, 11 tops. And she was trying to get her friend to help pull me up. And she was saying, hold on, hold on, hold on. She was screaming.
Wow.
And she pulled me up and she gave me to her chaperone, who was a wonderful black woman. And I'm a 7-year-old kid, so I'm not a baby, but she put me on her hip and she walked me to the shore and laid me down, and I passed out again. Next
That's
thing I
crazy.
know, I am resuscitated and I'm surrounded by my grandparents, the EMTs, and the entire school trip that was there, the entire community.
Wow.
I have never forgotten that. And I've gone
saved
through
your
life.
life.
I've lived in a lot of different places. I've lived in a lot of different cultures. And every time, the black community were the ones that took me in and cared for me and protected me, taught me, loved me, treated me well. I've been saying this. I know this is a trend on TikTok, but I know I've been saying this almost my whole life. I'm so grateful. So grateful.
Alright, guys, like this story is so touching. I'm not gonna lie. This story is so touching because you have your own white folks and everything, and they can't help all because they thought you wanted to steal their tube and stuff like that. Like that's been crazy. You're seeing a person being drowning and you're not helping. And the fact she have been changing, like traveling to different locations, seeing different things, but still the black community. Come on. So guys, like, what are your thoughts? What do you think about her story? Have you been in this the same shit before? Have you been in this the same experience before? Where you expect your you expect the people who should be there for you are not there for you. But the people you don't expect but are there for you. What are your thoughts? Share your thoughts.
Black women had the ability to make me feel good about myself in a way that nobody else could. I was lucky enough to get hit on by a handful of black women, when I was single, and every time it felt better than any drug I've ever done in my life. It's just the things they say, the way they say it turns me into a child. And they'll be like, oh, you're one of them fine white boys, huh? And I'll be like, who, me? It's fucking incredible.
Damn.
One time I was in New York City. I was walking down a New York City street, and a black woman, she was staring at me hard. And as we crossed paths, I turned around to see if she continued to stare, and she did. And she goes, you're just so handsome, that's why I'm looking at you like that. And my white ass just went, thank you! And I kept it moving. But I was high off of that shit for a month, dude. For a month, I was walking around like, I'm gonna be a famous comedian, I think. Which has nothing to do with her thinking I'm hot. That's just the level of power behind that shit. I've been told I was attracted by white women before. It's not remotely the same thing. White women tell me I'm hot, I question their judgment. A black woman tells me I'm hot, I believe in my dreams. That shit is incredible.
Damn, guys, like this comedian is. Well, literally, what he was saying, I guess there's a fact in it. Yes, there's a fact in it. For a black woman to tell you that you're good looking, you're handsome, yes, there's a sense in it. You understand? And also, also the white lady too, for a white lady to tell you that there's a fact in it too. Also, so guys, what are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts? Have you been in this situation before? Have you experienced stuff like this? Let me know in the comment section. What are your thoughts, guys? I know it's just crazy. The way he just said it, like when a black lady tells him that he looks handsome, he thinks about his dream. When a white lady says that, no, I'm not being judgmental, saying, oh, that about the whites. No, I'm not being judgmental, but I guess it's just a joke. So let me hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts in the comment section?
It's gonna be a little controversial, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I feel more comfortable around black people, being the only white person in this entire place. My little family is the only white people, and I feel more comfortable than I would in a festival with more white people, majority of white people. Sit here in the middle of this group eating the delicious food.
Yeah.
Everyone's so kind. You don't have to worry about judgment. I can put some baked beans on the baby's tray without people staring at me like I'm just a dirty bitch. Because people, I don't know how to say this without it being fucking twisted. Black people do not judge you like white people do. I felt welcome the entire time I was here. And I mean this in the most respectful way towards black people, because I don't want this to be twisted at all. We had the Juneteenth Festival, Martin Luther King Park, Rochester, New York. I feel so comfortable and welcome. We just came from the Market Fest in College Town in Rochester. I felt judged as fuck. Baby wanted to run around. He didn't have shoes on. He only had socks on. People were staring. Here, we're just comfortable. We're just enjoying our time. Ah, you're good. You're good. Oh, yeah.
Yes, what she's saying is just a fact. It's like it's a place like why being judgmental all the time. But I'm not saying it's all white, definitely. And it's not all black. Some blacks are also judgmental. That's just a fact. We're all human beings. So you can't really tell. So guys, if you're new to this channel, please you're highly welcome and please do subscribe and also do like. What are your thoughts in the comment section? And peace out guys. Stay tuned for our next video. And it's your favorite host, Choji Rocks guys.